There's something carved into your soul that others can't see, but they can feel it. When Atlas bore the weight of the entire world on his shoulders, he didn't break. He became the strongest being in existence. And right now, as you read these words, that same mark burns within you. The mark of someone destined to carry what others cannot, to endure what others won't, to become what others fear. If you've felt like you're carrying the weight of the world, if you've shouldered burdens that weren't even yours, if you've been the one everyone dumps their problems on, this isn't coincidence. This is confirmation. You bear Atlas's mark, and tonight you're going to understand exactly what that means and why everyone around you instinctively knows you're untouchable. They can sense it, even when they can't name it. There's something different about your energy, something that makes them approach you carefully, test you differently, treat you like you're carrying something powerful. They're right. You are, and the protection that comes with Atlas's mark isn't just spiritual. It's written into the fabric of reality itself. Before we dive deeper into this revelation, I need you to understand something crucial. If this message found you, it's because you're ready to stop questioning whether you're truly protected and start accepting the evidence. Hit that like button right now, not just for the algorithm, but as confirmation to the universe that you're ready to claim your inheritance. Subscribe, because this community isn't just viewers. We're the ones who recognize the mark in each other. The cruelest irony isn't that you've been given more than you can handle. It's that others mistake your strength for an invitation to pile on more. Chosen one, Atlas didn't volunteer to hold the world. He was selected because only he possessed the unbreakable foundation required for such a burden. Every challenge that's been placed on your shoulders, every impossible situation you've navigated, every weight you've carried that should have crushed you, all of it has been forging something inside you that most humans will never possess. They load you up with their problems, their drama, their emotional baggage, thinking you're just naturally helpful or too polite to refuse. But what they don't realize is that every burden you've accepted has been adding layers of indestructible strength to your core. Like Atlas, you've been trained by carrying the impossible. And now that training has created something in you that can never be broken, never be overwhelmed, never be destroyed. The mark reveals itself through your capacity. While others crumble under pressure, you find solutions. While others flee from responsibility, you step forward. While others make excuses, you make it happen. This isn't because you're a people pleaser or a pushover. This is because the universe has been systematically preparing you for a level of power that requires this exact foundation. Every weight you've carried was building your qualifications for something massive. Notice how they always come to you when everything falls apart. Notice how your phone rings when their world is crumbling. Notice how your advice becomes their lifeline and your presence becomes their anchor. They're not just being needy, they're responding to something ancient and powerful inside you that calls to them in their desperation. You carry the mark of the one who holds things together when everything else fails. The most dangerous thing for your enemies isn't your revenge. It's the automated consequences that follow anyone who dares to mishandle someone with Atlas's mark. Chosen one, you've probably noticed it by now. People who cross you don't just lose once, they lose repeatedly, sometimes for years afterward. This isn't coincidence. This isn't karma taking its time. This is the protection protocol activating the moment someone violates the boundary around a marked soul. Think about the last person who truly betrayed you, who stabbed you in the back when you were nothing but loyal to them. Where are they now? Really look at their life since that moment. Relationships failing, opportunities slipping, things that once came easy suddenly becoming impossible. They might not connect it to how they treated you, but you can see the pattern because you carry the mark that creates it. The protection isn't loud or dramatic. It's surgical and persistent. It follows them into their sleep, into their relationships, into their career moves. Everything they touch after dishonoring you seems to crumble in their hands, and they can't understand why. They blame bad luck, other people, circumstances beyond their control. But marked souls know better. We know that violation carries a price that compounds daily. The most beautiful part of this protection is that you don't have to activate it, manage it, or even think about it. It operates independently of your conscious mind, beyond your emotions, outside your control. This frees you to heal, to grow, to move forward, while the universe handles the accounting. Atlas didn't need to concern himself with the consequences of the Earth falling. His job was simply to hold it steady. Your job is simply to keep growing. The rest handles itself. Your presence has become a sorting mechanism that operates automatically. Chosen One. People either feel deeply drawn to you or instantly repelled, with very little middle ground. This isn't because you're trying to create division. This is because Atlas's mark generates a frequency that only certain people can tolerate. Those who can match or complement your energy feel magnetized to you. Those who can't find your very existence disturbing. The ones who are repelled will often try to convince others that something is wrong with you. They'll use words like intense, intimidating, or too much. What they're really saying is that your frequency is exposing something in them that they're not ready to face. Your mark acts like a spiritual metal detector, causing their hidden insecurities, unhealed wounds, and suppressed guilt to start screaming. Naturally, they want to distance themselves from the source of their discomfort. The ones who are attracted understand instinctively that you're carrying something rare and powerful. They don't just enjoy your company, they feel safer in your presence, clearer in your energy, more authentic when they're around you. These are your real people, the ones who can appreciate the weight you carry without trying to add to it or diminish it. This automatic sorting saves you years of wasted time and energy. Instead of having to slowly discover who's genuine and who's toxic, your mark does the initial screening for you. Trust the process. When someone pulls back from your energy without explanation, that's not rejection, that's protection. And when someone gravitates toward you naturally, pay attention. The mark recognizes its own kind, and it's calling them home to you. The most terrifying sound for those who've wronged you isn't your anger, it's your silence. Chosen One, when someone with Atlas's mark goes quiet, it creates a disturbance in the spiritual atmosphere that everyone around them can feel. Your silence isn't empty. It's pregnant with power, loaded with consequences, heavy with finality. They know that when you stop talking, something is ending. And it's usually their access to you. They'll try to provoke you into speaking, into explaining yourself, into defending your position. They need your words because your words feel normal, manageable, human. But your silence feels cosmic. It carries the weight of judgment, the inevitability of consequence, the power of someone who no longer needs to explain themselves to those who've proven they don't deserve explanations. Your silence becomes their prison. They'll replay conversations, analyze your last text message, check your social media for clues about your state of mind. They'll ask mutual friends if you've said anything about them. They'll send random messages, testing if you'll respond, all because they know that your silence isn't temporary. It's the sound of a door closing permanently, and they can feel themselves on the wrong side of it. The power in this silence comes from its authenticity. You're not withholding communication as a strategy or manipulation. You're simply done. When Atlas decides to set something down, it stays down. When you decide someone no longer deserves your energy, that decision carries the same finality. They can sense that no amount of apologies, explanations, or promises will open what has been closed, and that finality terrifies them. Every impossible situation you've survived has been adding jewels to an invisible crown that sits on your head. Chosen One, other people see someone who's been through a lot, But what they don't understand is that Atlas's mark transforms every burden into authority, every trial into qualifications, every weight into undeniable strength. You haven't just survived, you've been systematically upgraded through surviving. The family dysfunction that should have destroyed you instead taught you to create your own sense of home. The financial struggles that should have defeated you instead taught you to build wealth from nothing. The betrayals that should have made you bitter instead taught you to trust your intuition flawlessly. Each burden that was meant to break you actually forged another aspect of your unshakable foundation. Now, when you speak about challenges, people listen differently. Not because you're complaining, but because you're speaking from a place of authority that only comes from having carried the impossible and remained standing. Your advice hits differently because it's been tested under pressure. Your comfort feels different because it comes from someone who has truly walked through fire and emerged refined, not burned. The crown becomes visible to others through your composure under pressure. While they panic, you remain steady. While they lose faith, you find solutions. While they point fingers, you take responsibility. This isn't because you're perfect. This is because your training under Atlas's mark has prepared you for leadership at a level they can't comprehend. The burdens didn't break you. They built you into someone who could handle even greater responsibility. Your presence has become a truth serum that works on contact. Chosen one, when people are around you for any length of time, their real selves start leaking through their carefully constructed masks. They can't help it. Atlas's mark creates an energy field that makes pretending exhausting and authenticity inevitable. This is why some people feel so comfortable with you, that they share things they've never told anyone, while others find you unbearably uncomfortable to be around. The ones who've been living lies find your presence disturbing because you make dishonesty feel heavy and unsustainable. They'll start confessing things they didn't mean to share, contradicting their own stories, revealing their true intentions without realizing it. Your energy is like spiritual sodium pentothal. It pulls the truth to the surface whether people want it there or not. This gift of revelation protects you from deception and attracts authentic connections. You can't be fooled for long because people can't maintain fake personas around your energy. The mask always slips, the truth always surfaces, the real person always emerges. This saves you from wasting time on relationships built on false foundations and ensures that the connections you do form are genuine. The mirror effect also means that people's reactions to you tell you everything you need to know about their character. Those who feel peaceful and energized around you are living in alignment with their truth. Those who feel agitated and drained are carrying weights they haven't dealt with. Those who pull away quickly are protecting secrets that your presence threatens to expose. Your mark makes you a walking lie detector test. Every time you choose to stand when others fall, your foundation becomes more unshakable. Chosen one, Atlas's mark doesn't just give you the ability to carry weight, it multiplies your strength each time you successfully bear what should have been impossible. You're not the same person you were 5 years ago, or even 5 months ago. Each challenge survived has exponentially increased your capacity for the next level. They keep throwing larger problems at you, expecting you to finally reach your breaking point. What they don't understand is that each successful carry has upgraded your equipment, your emotional resilience has increased, your mental clarity has sharpened, your spiritual foundation has deepened. You're not just surviving the same challenges repeatedly, you're evolving through them into someone capable of handling even greater responsibility. The multiplication effect becomes visible in how easily you now handle situations that once overwhelmed you. Problems that used to keep you up at night now get solved before lunch. Conflicts that used to drain you for weeks now get resolved in a single conversation. Challenges that used to require all your energy now get managed while you're simultaneously building your empire. Your strength hasn't just grown, it's compounded. This increasing strength also changes how others perceive and interact with you. They stop bringing you small problems because they can sense you're operating on a different level. they start bringing you situations that require real power, real wisdom, real authority. Without realizing it, they're acknowledging that you've graduated into a category of strength that most people never reach. The mark has transformed you from someone who carries burdens into someone who carries power. There's something in your energy now that makes people straighten their posture when you enter a room. Chosen One, this isn't about intimidation or dominance. It's about carrying Atlas's mark with such authenticity that others instinctively recognize they're in the presence of someone who operates by different rules. Your energy doesn't demand respect. It simply embodies something so undeniably powerful that respect becomes automatic. They might not understand what they're responding to, but they can feel the weight of authority in your presence. It's in the way you move, steady, deliberate, grounded. It's in the way you speak, clear, measured, final. It's in the way you listen, completely present, nothing to prove. It's in the way you exist, unapologetic, authentic, unshakable. Everything about your energy announces that you are not to be taken lightly. This commanding presence protects you from the casual disrespect that others endure. People think twice before lying to you, manipulating you, or taking advantage of your kindness. Your energy creates a buffer zone that filters out most of the nonsense before it reaches you. Those who do try to test your boundaries quickly realize they've miscalculated and adjust their approach accordingly. The respect your energy commands also opens doors that remain closed to others. People want you on their team, in their corner, supporting their vision. They sense that having you as an ally carries weight that extends far beyond what they can see. Your presence adds gravity to any situation, credibility to any cause, stability to any foundation. The mark doesn't just protect you, it elevates everything you choose to associate with. Your intuition has been sharpened to the point where you can see through deception almost instantly. Chosen One, carrying Atlas's mark means you've been forced to develop discernment that cuts through surface appearances and penetrates to the truth of every situation. People can't hide their intentions from you anymore because your elevated perspective allows you to see patterns they don't even know they're creating. You notice the micro-expressions that reveal what people really think. You hear the subtle changes in voice tone that indicate deception. You feel the energy shifts that happen when someone is being manipulative. You recognize the behavioral patterns that predict exactly how situations will unfold. This isn't paranoia. This is the enhanced perception that comes from having navigated so many complex situations successfully. Your ability to see clearly makes you invaluable in situations where others are confused or overwhelmed. You can cut through the drama and identify the real issues. You can see through the smoke screens and focus on what actually matters. You can predict the consequences of decisions before they're made. Your clarity becomes a lighthouse for others who are lost in the fog of confusion. The gift of clear vision also means you're no longer surprised by people's behavior. You can see their character from the beginning, predict their choices, and prepare for their reactions. This doesn't make you cynical, it makes you prepared. You can engage with people appropriately, set boundaries proactively, and position yourself strategically. The mark has given you the ability to play chess while others are playing checkers. The deepest shift isn't in how others treat you, it's in how little their treatment affects you. Chosen One, Atlas's mark brings a peace that comes from knowing you are fundamentally unbreakable, spiritually protected and energetically sovereign. Their opinions can't diminish you. Their actions can't derail you. You have found the place inside yourself that nothing external can touch. This isn't the peace of someone who's given up or checked out. This is the peace of someone who's standing on unshakable ground. You know who you are. You know what you carry. You know what you're protected by. This knowing creates an inner stillness that no storm can disturb, no attack can shatter, no betrayal can destroy. You have become unmovable in the most important place, your core. The peace extends into every area of your life, You sleep better because you're not carrying the weight of other people's opinions. You make decisions faster because you trust your discernment completely. You love deeper because you're not afraid of loss. You dream bigger because you know your foundation can support whatever you build on it. The mark has given you permission to live fully without apology. Others can sense this peace in you, and it attracts the right people while repelling the wrong ones. Those who are healing want to be near your energy because it reminds them that peace is possible. Those who are chaotic find your presence unsettling because it exposes their inner turbulence. The peace becomes another form of protection, another filter, another way the mark keeps you aligned with your highest good. Your transformation has created ripples that will continue long after those who doubted you are forgotten. Chosen One, every person who bears Atlas's mark becomes a beacon for others who are carrying impossible burdens. Your success doesn't just benefit you, it proves to everyone watching that the weight doesn't have to win, that strength can be found in the strangest places, that protection is real and powerful and available. The people who tried to destroy you have actually contributed to a legacy they could never have imagined. Every attack they launched forced you to discover new levels of strength. Every betrayal taught you deeper discernment. Every burden they added helped you build an even more powerful foundation. They thought they were writing your ending, but they were actually composing your becoming. Your story now serves as proof for others who are struggling under similar weights. They see what you've become and realize that their burdens might not be punishments. They might be preparations. Your existence gives them permission to believe that they too might be marked for something greater, protected for a purpose, strengthened through their struggles rather than weakened by them. The legacy you're creating extends far beyond your personal victory. You're part of a lineage of souls who've carried the impossible and emerged transformed. Every time you choose strength over bitterness, growth over revenge, purpose over pain, you're adding to a collective power that lifts everyone who comes after you. The mark makes you both beneficiary and contributor to an ancient power that protects and empowers those who carry the weight others cannot. You are not lucky to have survived. You were chosen to transform. Chosen One, Atlas's mark on your soul isn't just protection, it's purpose. Every burden you've carried, every challenge you've faced, every impossible situation you've navigated has been preparing you for a level of influence and impact that requires exactly the foundation you've built. You weren't randomly selected for struggle. You were specifically prepared for power. The protection you've experienced isn't separate from your purpose. It's integral to it. You couldn't fulfill your calling if you could be broken by those who don't understand it. You couldn't carry the light you're meant to share if darkness could extinguish it. You couldn't build what you're meant to create if your enemies could destroy it. The mark protects because the protection is necessary for the mission. Your recognition of this truth changes everything. You stop asking why you've had to carry so much and start asking what you're meant to do with the strength it's given you. You stop resenting the burdens and start appreciating the qualifications. You stop hiding your power and start using it purposefully. The mark isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving in service to something greater than yourself. The freedom comes from understanding that everything you've experienced has been building toward this moment of recognition. You are Atlas, and the world you're meant to carry isn't a burden. It's your calling. The mark on your soul isn't a scar. It's a seal of approval from forces beyond the physical realm. You have been prepared, protected, and positioned for something that only someone with your exact foundation could accomplish. Tonight, you stop questioning your qualifications and start claiming your inheritance. If you've stayed with me until this final word, it's because the mark recognized itself in this message. The protection is real. The purpose is undeniable. The power is yours to claim. Drop Atlas in the comments to confirm that you understand what you carry and what carries you. This community exists because we recognize the mark in each other, and together, we're unstoppable. Like this message if it revealed something you already knew but needed to hear confirmed. Subscribe, because this is where marked souls gather to remember their strength and claim their purpose. Share this with someone who needs to understand that their burdens have been building their qualifications, not breaking their spirit. You carry Atlas's mark. You are protected. You are powerful. You are right on time. The world you were meant to carry is waiting.